So I'm gonna talk to you guys today about getting into a ketogenic diet and kind of how it's different from most diets. And when anybody starts a diet, my first advice to them is you need to go through your cupboards and anything that you think that you're going to eat that does not agree with ketogenics, you need to get rid of. Because if it's there, eventually you're going to break down and you're going to go to those foods. And so I tell everybody, when you start this diet, go through your kitchen and you need to throw out everything that is not diet related that you know is going to mess up your diet, because it's very, very hard mentally to start this diet out. They call it the keto flu because you're changing your energy source and your fuel from carbohydrates to now fats. And that's kind of a big opposite of what we've been taught and what we've done our whole life. It's if you need energy, carbs, carbs, carbs. So what ketogenics is you're trading your fuel source from carbohydrates now into fats. And so you need to get all the stored energy out of your system and out of your cupboards, gone away, so that way you can solely run on fat for fuel, and it starts tapping into your fat stores for fuel. So how long does it take to get into ketogenics? So it depends on the person and how you've been eating. Some people can get into it in 5 days. Some people, it takes over a month before they start running off stored fat. And so the biggest part of this diet is keeping your blood sugar at a minimum. So there's no insulin spikes. The only insulin spike you should get is when you go work out or you do cardio. That's the only time your insulin should be elevated. And so to do this, you need to have a really, really low carbohydrate diet. You're supposed to get your fuel from fat, which is 75% of your caloric intake, 20% from protein, and 5% from carbohydrates. So you could almost eat too many vegetables on this diet and it'll kick you out of ketosis. So you got to be really, really careful. And it's net carbs, not total carbs. So when you're looking at the carbs in the package, you need to minus the fiber for your overall carbs for the day. And so it's very easy to have too many carbs. And it's usually between 50 to 75 grams of carbohydrates you're allowed a day. And it's not very many. And that's why so many of your carbs or so many of your calories need to come from, fats and proteins. So when you're getting into a state of ketosis, you're weaning your system in your body of stored water and stored glycogen. And it takes a very long time for that stored glycogen to get off your body, to be worked out. But once that's done, you're in a state of ketosis, and you need to stay in that state of ketosis. And the only way to do that is to get all your energy from fat, protein to rebuild your muscles, and a little bit of carbohydrates. And like I said, it's right around 50 grams of carbs. That's your daily limit to stay in.